La da da da.
La 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 la.
Da 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 da. That I feel like. What are we starting?
We good?
Okay. I think like every time I sit down, I say that song. I do that song, the
You
Pink
do.
song.
What song is that?
It's Pink.
Right.
Like the Please Don't Leave Me song.
yeah.
Like why
yeah.
does that keep coming up in my
Are
head
you
as I
afraid
sit
of
down?
Somebody leaving you?
Everyone always, Alex. No one's gonna leave me. I'm gonna leave them. Haha! No, I'm gonna leave nobody. I love people. Everyone's stuck with me forever.
Okay, I don't know how to get out of this conversation.
Alex, that means you.
Okay, yeah.
You're gonna have no friends once you get braces, so you're gonna need me.
Oh God, I know. I'm so scared. It's coming soon. It's coming this week. You know that, right?
Oh my God.
No, this week?
Yeah, this Thursday.
Wait, can you give us a rundown of like the timeline? Like what's gonna happen?
Okay,
So you get braces, you lose friends, you lose your girlfriend.
yeah, That is the typical one.
Live by yourself, your cats abandon you.
Yeah. My cat. Yeah, everybody's gonna leave me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lose everybody in my life, and now's the time to really
You're
find out who I
crawling
am.
back to me.
Yeah.
You'd be like, please be my friend. I'm like, I'm Alina's friend now.
Loser.
Sit over there. The moment you get braces, we kick you over there because you're like,
Oh my God. That's
Sorry.
actually what's gonna happen though.
I know. But like not on purpose. It's accidental. It's not because of the braces.
Sure?
Yeah. You're going to bring out a whole new childlike energy.
As if I didn't. As if I didn't before.
Maybe you'll bring out a whole, because you have braces, it's going to flip flop.
I'll be
You're going to be
mature?
super mature.
I doubt it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
I just
never know.
don't see that happening.
You never know.
No.
So what day is your braces? Can you give us a timeline?
Thursday I get braces, and then I have braces for a year. They break my jaw, and then I have braces for another year.
It's like a long time.
Yeah, my sister's getting married during that time also too.
You're going to have to do full smile, no teeth.
Yeah.
Just like hide it. Can I ask you a question that I feel like I asked Alina that I already know the answer to?
Please.
That I wanted to kind of throw in here because I know my answer, I know Kate's answer, and I know your answer.
Okay.
Maybe it's a thought provoker for the fan
Okay.
to the listener
Yes.
to think about what they would pick. Okay.
Okay.
Scenario. You have to give up books or movies.
Bucks.
You have to give up books or movies.
Movies.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, if I had to give up
1,000
books or
times
movies,
over.
I pick giving up
Really?
movies.
I will, yeah,
Yeah.
1,000 times over.
And let me tell you my reasoning. Ready?
It's wrong. It's
No.
flawed already.
Movies are just good books, and I'll read the script. And if you like a movie, you like the script, and I can read the script.
Not true.
Totally true.
Not true.
I'm not saying that the visuals and everything that goes into it isn't
The
magnificent.
music, everything.
everything. But I'm always going to choose having books over having a movie. Not that I want to read all the time over watching a movie, but forever in my life scope, if you said no more books, I'm not gonna make it.
That's fine, and that's fine. You guys like books more. I like movies more.
Yeah.
We can say that. But my argument for this is your brain, nobody's brain will.
But the books create that.
Yes. But no matter what book you're reading, your brain will not imagine a better soundtrack than Hans Zimmer.
Okay, so
Your brain won't shoot the story better in your brain than Hoyt van Hoytma.
I actually can confirm that that's a bold-faced lie. Because
No, it's not.
Wait. Let me have my reasoning. Because how many times does a book get adapted into a movie and you're like, fuck, that is nothing like I imagined it. They fucking torched the book. We had way better ideas in our mind. Every fucking time.
I'm not saying every filmmaker is perfect. I'm saying the best movie trumps the best book.
But the best movie can't beat your mind.
Yes, it can.
Then you have a shitty ass mind.
The Shining. Stephen King hates the movie. The writer
Probably
of the
could have done it better.
No, because his story was completely different. His story about what Jack Nicholson's character,
Yeah.
he had a completely different idea about what that character was all about. But the movie is better than the book. Have I read the book?
No.
And why would I? Because the movie is better. Because everybody
even
thinks
know.
so. Everybody thinks so.
You can't even say everybody thinks so.
Everybody thinks so. Yes.
Listen,
Yes.
I want to emphasize that, like, I think movie magic is brilliant, and I will always get to watch movies. Like, I don't have to take this away from myself.
No. Now you do. No. Now you do.
But
Choose.
but there's always, and I also wanted to add this in. Like, would you rather have movies, books, or music because I know how important music is. So
Music's
like
part of movies. So
you can't. But
I will give up any lyrical music to keep soundtrack music for movies.
Really?
Yeah.
Soundtrack.
I'll give up every lyrical song ever to keep Hans Zimmer's soundtrack.
So it's basically just Hans Zimmer you're obsessed with.
Obsessed. 100%.
Okay.
If I can jump in, I want to go back to what Alex said about music.
Please.
And soundtracks. So I want to know if anyone else does this because when I am reading like epic moments in like A Court of Thorns and Roses, or Harry Potter, I listen to the Succession soundtrack while I'm reading because it creates like that sort of like epic, like it's about to go down.
That's so
vibe.
interesting, Kate.
So that's
I've never heard of that.
So like you can like create kind of that soundtrack thing.
You can create it, but so.
It came from a TV show.
But yeah, it came from a movie or TV show that you're not actively imagining in your own head. You're requiring.
I can't imagine.
You're
this exact soundtrack. But this isn't about soundtrack.
Boom! No, you made it. You made it. Boom! See, hold on.
Okay,
see,
I don't need it. I like.
Don't make me Ross Geller you.
What's the Ross Geller?
When Ross goes, he opens the door. He goes.
Okay.
Oh yeah, can you just
we need a mediator on this. But
okay, explain yourself.
Wait. Allow me to Ross Geller you too.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
Thank you.
That's good.
I clapped my fists together.
He was giving me the middle finger.
Yeah.
Love Ross Geller.
So Kate kind of just proved my point there by adding out an outside source because her brain can't function and make an own soundtrack.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not saying that's a critique of your brain, Kate. I'm saying that's a plus from movie magic. Movies have written word, story, have visuals, and audio medium.
Totally.
You rely fully on a visual medium for books, and you have to create the rest yourself. And I'm not downplaying that that's a great experience. Books are incredible. People should read more. I want to read more. I'm actually reading more.
You should read more.
I am. I'm reading a book right now.
Good for you.
I'm not gonna tell you which one because it's
embarrassing. Is it Twilight?
It's Cat in the Hat.
Oh.
It's just a real page turner.
That's because the pages are short.
Yeah, but I'm reading it in 2 parts though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you should do 3.
But movies are better.
Listen, I agree to disagree.
But that's the thing. I hate that term. I hate agree to disagree because.
Well, let's sit here and disagree for another 2 hours about it.
Exactly. Because there are times where it's like, no, I can't let you think that it's okay.
I know.
What you're thinking is okay.
I know.
You know what I mean?
I understand. I understand.
And I don't mean necessarily in this situation, but also in this situation.
Yeah,
but
totally.
there are other situations where I'm like, we can't agree to disagree.
I agree.
You're wrong. Yeah. We agree that agreeing to disagree is wrong.
The issue is like when you just believe so wholeheartedly. Look, okay. Let me explain too. Is like, book is a long game.
Yeah.
Like, book impacts me the way Interstellar impacts you. Like, I get months and months and months of the fucking ups and downs. Imagine if you got to experience Interstellar on a 6-month situation.
I do.
Well, that's because you watch it too much. But you know what I mean? Like, imagine if you drew out Interstellar for 6 months.
I do. I listen to the soundtrack in the car on the way here.
Let her cook.
I cried on the way here listening to the soundtrack. Yes.
So okay, maybe it's not even the movies for you. It's literally the soundtrack.
It's the movies and the soundtrack.
And to be fair, I do not play sounds when I'm reading. I don't have any kind of soundtrack. I don't have the capabilities.
I'm impressed by that because my brain, like when I read, I need full focus on the book.
Yeah.
Like I'm impressed that you can do that because I could not handle the stimulus of
it's too much.
Reading and then like also listening and like trying to imagine. I need quiet. I need to sit there and sometimes I need to I'm like, oh fuck, did I read this page? I need to read. You read it. Yeah. So I can't.
I think honestly, you just maybe need more practice reading.
It could be
like how some people can't not be on their phones.
Yeah.
They need more practice watching movies.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You need more practice reading because the better you get at reading, not even the better you get, but the more you do it, the more you can like hone in on like what's happening on your mind and the better experience that you're having.
I have been reading more to get that. Like I also just think that I have like ADHD and the issue of like just like needing to focus and like needing to like it's just like it is practice. It is practice and repetition of just being like I'm locked in here. I'm like because movies I've got no problem locking in on
because there's a lot of different things to focus on.
It's true.
Yeah,
I, like 3 hours of Interstellar, 3 hours of Dune. I'm sitting there. I'm not picking up my phone. I don't care. The outside world is done.
Yeah.
I'm fully immersed.
Yeah.
Like books, I just need to be more comfortable with like being in my because that's what it is. With books, I can pause because
Sometimes
I'm
with
the
certain
one.
books, like I literally can't pause.
I know you can't, but I'm saying like I always have the option of just being like,
I can put this down.
Like my brain can just like I can think for 1 second about something else, and the story has paused. Without me even intending to.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to hit the pause button to pause a book. You can just accidentally. You can hear a sound and be like, "What was that?" And like something can pull you out like that.
Yeah.
So I just need to be more okay with just like being like locked in, immersed in the book. Because I know reading and reading has its ups, but I
brought it up because I knew I was gonna get a rise out of you, and that's why I knew it was gonna be fun.
I'm glad you did.
And so like agree to disagree.
No, we can't agree to disagree.
Wait, I have a question, Alex. Do you have a book in mind that when you were reading you couldn't put down?
Yeah.
Because I swear everyone has, even if you read a lot or not much, everyone has that book. And if you can find more books like that, it's the best feeling where you're like, in the airport, you have to read.
You have to get one more page.
You're going through security, you're reading.
Yeah.
You're at the gate, you're reading. You're boarding the plane, you're reading. Like, it doesn't happen with every book, but when you find a book or a series,
can't set down.
it's the best feeling in the world.
Yeah.
I mean, you might be distracted and like your
Like
stuff
I'll
might get
walk
stolen.
around
But
being like,
yeah. It's such a good feeling. So what's the book? Because I know you have to have one.
I did have that feeling with a book recently, and the book that like the first book that I read that I felt like, oh shit, like I can't put this down, and I've had that experience a few times, but the first one that comes to mind, like when I was a kid, was this book called My Brother Sam is Dead, and it's like a young adult book, but it's about the Revolutionary War. It's like,
oh, that's drawing me in right now.
Yeah,
I read this.
You did?
I read this.
It was a great book. It's like the younger brother, his older brother goes to war, like goes to the Revolutionary War. The older brother fights in the Revolution. The dad is a loyalist to the British.
Ooh.
Like so, there's like there's inner family like turmoil.
Yeah.
Where like the dad wants to be loyal to the British Empire.
Yeah.
The son is enthralled by this idea of what a new country could be like. All this kind of stuff. And it was for me. It was that. It was, oh my god, I can't stop reading this. This is such a good story. Like I love history. I love like that was like honestly like a really big turning point. I wanted to be a history teacher for a long time. Like I love history.
Yeah.
So that was a big one for that. It's honestly a lot of just like historical books do that for me. Historical fiction, any kind of like thing set in that way. I think that I need to try to read some more books that are set in like not in those kind of like situations. Because like the book for me that did that for me now about in the airport. It's called War. It's by one of the reporters who broke the Nixon story.
Watergate?
Yeah, who broke Watergate. He's a highly published, like, I don't know, highly renowned like American history author as well.
Wouldn't it be fun?
Bob Woodward.
Like
yeah,
Alex. He's such a renowned podcaster. He's so renowned. What does he talk about? No one knows.
No one knows, but
he's renowned.
He's renowned at it.
Have you heard of Sarah? She's such a renowned mother.
Yeah.
She's renowned.
Yes.
God, everyone talks about her as a mom.
Yeah.
She does so many great things.
Yeah. It'd be great to be renowned.
Well, I'll speak when I speak of you. I'll be like,
you'll renown me?
I'll renown you.
I'll renown you as well.
Thank you, Alex.
I appreciate that.
Wait, let's do like some type of cool thing after that. Like, yeah. Okay, that was too cool. You know what I mean? Like it has to be in between cool.
In between cool and
too
sick.
Cool. Yeah.
Sorry, I was just sick there.
Yeah. Taking a quick break from arguing to tell you about today's episode sponsors ZocDoc. Okay, let's level set. I know it's December and there's a little nip in the air, but we both know these sniffly red noses aren't just from the winter weather. But thanks to ZocDoc, you can make your game plan today so you'll be prepared when you need help the most. ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare high-quality in-network doctors, choose the right one for your needs, and click to instantly book an appointment. Guys, seriously, don't be slowed down by a ratty old cold or cough that keeps you stuck at home this season. It's really so easy. With ZocDoc, appointments happen fast, typically within 24 to 72 hours of booking, and you can even score same-day appointments. We're talking in-network appointments with more than 100,000 healthcare providers across every specialty, from mental health to dental health, eye care to skincare, and much more. Okay, you know we love our holiday parties, but believe me, you don't want to be blamed for getting the whole office sick right before Christmas. That's so embarrassing. But don't worry. Thanks to ZocDoc's highly rated doctors, you can knock out these pesky colds and flus fast, so you won't miss a beat this season. Ensure this holiday season is the best ever, and take our advice because we're super freaking smart, okay? Go to ZocDoc today. Stop putting off those doctor's appointments and go to ZocDoc.com/still to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/still. ZocDoc.com/still. Okay, bye.
One more time. Movies better than books. Okay.
Little shit.
Comment down below if Alex is wrong.
Yeah. Comment below. What do you think? Books or movies? And I'll be in the comments
I
arguing
love
with
you
each
guys,
one of you.
like with your comments down below. Like each episode, we're like, hey, you guys, comment down
below.
below.
Yeah. And I will.
As if we're like, hey, can you comment down below?
For audio listeners,
Sarah's looking down.
Look down.
Sarah, I talked about myself like I'm Sarah.
Third person.
Sarah's looking down.
But I will be in the comments of this episode arguing that movies are better than books. With whoever wants to get in the fight with me, I will do it. I will take the time because you're wrong, and I can prove anybody's points wrong. Go ahead. I'll
Isn't it
debate
funny
me
to talk
forever.
about things that aren't right or wrong, but are just feelings?
Yes, yeah.
Like it's so interesting.
Fully
to me.
opinionated.
Yeah,
it's fully an opinion.
That's like my happy zone of like, let's not talk about something that's right or wrong, but like why you like it.
Yeah.
It's just so much fun. Can we do like a bop into something, a crazy question?
Please.
Your sister getting married.
Yes.
What do you think about significant others being in wedding photos? Like the
Ooh.
family wedding photos.
Ooh, like
your girlfriend's gonna go.
Yeah, she'll go.
And like you guys aren't engaged.
Yeah, we're not
She
engaged.
doesn't have your child.
No, neither.
She could be. Just kidding. She's always gonna be there. But I just mean like, what? Like at the time of when you have a girlfriend.
Yeah.
You think that this is the one.
Yeah.
And then a lot of the times it isn't the one. And then she's in these wedding photos forever. This is not you.
Yeah.
This is some other person.
For sure.
In a different situation.
Right.
What do you think about this? Like, do you want her in your family photos?
Wow. Okay. Did she ask you to ask this question?
We're texting on the side.
Yeah, I mean, I think so. But it's also not my photos to choose.
Well,
so it's my sister's decision, and I'll respect whatever she does.
yeah.
Me being the loving boyfriend that I am.
So loving.
The perfect boyfriend that I am.
The perfect boyfriend.
I would love for her to be in the photos, but it's
Okay.
again not up to me. I don't
And
make the
what
rules.
if
and it's my sister's day. I'm not trying to interfere.
Totally. And what if the roles were reversed though? Like you're married now. You're getting married. Your younger sister.
Get him my younger sister. Get him the fuck out.
Okay.
Get him the fuck out.
Interesting little
Yeah.
role reversal here.
Yeah. Because I think I'd be like.
Yeah.
I guess it depends how long you've been dating. Also.
Does it depend? Well, does it depend on how much you like that person? Like, what if they're dating a long time and you don't really like him?
If they've been dating a long time, I don't really like him. I think I'd just swallow the bullet.
Really? You're going to let him into all of your photos with your new wife and your family?
I think maybe.
Who knows where this is going to go?
I think maybe we do. All right, some with just the family.
Okay.
Philip.
Okay, so that's a good compromise.
Yeah.
So let's waste some time of the photographers.
Like literally like 30 seconds. I don't think it's that much big a deal.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a big deal.
Okay, so maybe just choose a bad location for those photos.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't care about these anyway.
Exactly,
It's a bad lighting, bad location.
Exactly. Speaking of my girlfriend, people were slandering my online girlfriend.
Let's just say you have a lot of online girlfriends.
It's true. But they were attacking her.
This goes to show.
We're talking about Sydney Sweeney here.
Yeah, you guys. We're talking about one of the hottest of all time.
Yeah.
This just goes to show, it makes you almost feel like, imagine if you were in that boat? Like, if this is what people are saying about Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah. Oh,
you know?
yeah. Oh, yeah.
That you're like, the world has no eyes.
No.
You know, it kind of either balances you out or it's like, imagine if I was in that position. Could you, like.
I think that, I mean, and she took it well. Like, she took it well and posted.
She couldn't have done better.
Clapped back so hard. But I think that's the way you have to, like, navigate the internet. And, like, if you're in that position, like, fame and online fame, is that there are just, like, people out there. There's a lot, like, in her case, a lot of men that are just, like, lonely as fuck. Like, the people that are commenting that are lonely as fuck.
It's not even men, though. Women, it's a lot of women.
Really?
Yes.
Well, there's just haters. There's just haters out there, regardless of gender, that just want to tear people down and get off on, like, making
makes them feel better.
Yeah.
We know like the baseline of mean, right? You're mean because you feel shitty.
Exactly.
It doesn't make it sting less. And like I like what she did, and I'm curious to know if there was a piece of her that was like for a minute hurt, or if because she's training for this role, everyone, side note, she's training to be a boxer in a movie.
Right.
So she's actually working super hard on her body right now to be a specific way. Like her body type is changing to play a role, which is what actors do all the time.
All the time.
And so like, was there a moment where she was like, I'm hurt, or was she like, oh, fuck these people? Like, what was, I'd love to know what happened in her mind.
I feel like probably at this point in her career, because she's she's been objectified for a while now.
Yeah.
That,
I mean,
like,
if you're a woman,
yeah,
right?
Of course.
And you're on screen.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So like, I feel like she's probably used to the fact that people are going to be discussing, and I don't mean like used to it, like she's comfortable with it and like it doesn't.
She knows it's going to come.
But she knows it's going to come. So I think that especially in this case where she's training her body for a certain role, I think that she sees that and she goes, "Oh my god, these idiots don't even know what the fuck they're talking about." Like.
Question though.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like in my mental thought went to like, okay, she knows she's going to be objectified, right?
Yeah.
But and my thought process is, okay, I'm objectified as my character.
Yeah.
And maybe I can separate myself from that. Like her character in Euphoria, like obviously dresses and is a certain way.
Right,
and so maybe like when someone says something about that body, that person,
right.
You can be like,
separate it.
You can maybe not that you can separate it, but
Yeah.
it can give you a bit more distance of like, that's not me.
Right.
But like these photos that seem to be taken of her that people just went at was like her in her private life, her personal life, with her fiance, like,
which is also
she didn't see a camera there.
Yeah.
You know, it's like they're taking these pictures that like are her just like existing.
Yeah. I think that especially those photos where it's like, I understand like the fame where it's like paparazzi see you at a restaurant and they take photos of you there.
You're walking into the restaurant, walking with your
like
friends.
That.
Yeah.
But you're like in the backyard somewhere,
totally.
or you're like somewhere else, and they're like using a super long lens.
Sick.
That's like an insane amount. Like that feels like it should be an invasion of privacy illegal.
It is.
Like that's an insane amount of like you feel entitled to like take the like I don't know.
Yeah. No, it's gross. It's gross.
It's really gross. And it's just there's been a lot of like people are just like gross when it comes to what they think that they like the ownership that they feel that they have over celebrities and just like kind of
you belong to us.
Yeah.
And your life is ours.
That happened with another it girl with Billie.
Oh, I think this is like a trend too. With what happened with Billie, I didn't see the video.
Okay,
but what was thrown?
So Billie
Eilish.
Yeah, Billie Eilish was in a concert and somebody threw a bracelet at her while she was sitting down singing "What Was I Made For."
Okay.
And it hits her like square in the face, and it just like, why do you think, number one, throwing something at somebody while they're like really performing is a good idea? Number two, like. There's like so much wrong with that situation. She's singing this like really deep, heartfelt song. She's in the middle of that, and you decide right now I'm going to toss this at her, and hopefully it lands near her. What's the point? What's the purpose there?
Yeah, I hope. I mean, even like just the thought, like maybe their intention wasn't I'm going to hit this person.
Right, not even hit.
Well, right, but like they're. Like, imagine even blame Billie for a second. You're in this moment. There's a lot of people, and something hits you. Like the fear that you could potentially have of like, I don't know what this is. Yeah. I don't know where this is coming from. Like fear. Yeah. Like you have no fucking idea what's coming at you where. That's terrifying. Like you're very present in this moment, singing a ballad, singing like with your guitar, you know, and then something comes at you. Yeah. You don't really know what people are capable of these days.
No. And they're capable of too much. They think that they deserve too much.
Well, right. It's like who is processing the information like she's gonna want me to do this right now? If you're a fan and you're there, and by the way, you're close enough to throw something at her that hits her. Yeah. So you're number one fan. Yeah. Or the richest of the number one fans. Yeah. So you have the capacity to be close to her and experience what she's giving back, like her, art. Mm-hmm. And you're choosing in that moment to make yourself greater than this experience for everyone else. Right. Like you're so important that you're going to take everyone, including her, out of this moment and all the hundreds of thousands of people that worked to make this concert a thing. Yeah. Like that's crazy selfish.
Yeah, it is.
And it's crazy entitled.
It very is.
To have the capacity to be like, this is a good moment for this.
And this is my moment. And like, what do you think is going to happen also? Is she going to pause the song? I'm like, oh my God.
This was my bracelet from elementary school.
This jeweled, like this like bedazzled bracelet is like the best thing ever. Thank you so much. Who is it? Come on stage. You want to sing it together? Yeah. Like, what do you think is going to come out of this?
This is their American Idol moment. Like, they're going to Hollywood.
Like, what the hell is the thought process?
I don't know.
Like, I don't get it. I think that it's like it's like super. I don't know what you think you're getting out of this.
I feel like, I wonder, Kate, if you could even pull this up, but like how many celebrities, or maybe it's artists. How many artists recently have been hit in the face with things because it's like fucking constant.
It's everybody.
And like I feel like as a nation, as a society, there's a lot of backlash because like everyone's like, why the fuck are people doing this? And then it's almost giving these crazy people more firepower to say I should do it too.
But why? Because I feel like once you see one person do it, and then
that's what I think. It's like they just fucked it up for all of us. We shouldn't do this. Like everyone's saying like this is not a good idea. Yeah. What makes them think this is a good idea?
Just do a poster. That's all you need to do. Just do a poster. And even don't even throw a poster. Don't even do a poster.
Throw it up.
Just enjoy the show.
Yeah. Also, don't block people behind you.
Exactly.
Fuckers.
Exactly.
Don't bring a goddamn
poster. Just fucking pay for the seats. Sit there and enjoy the show.
It's like a movie.
Yeah.
Don't throw a bracelet at a movie screen.
Don't take your phone out and start taking photos.
Kill me. It's the worst.
Somebody commented on one of our like
Instagrams, TikToks.
Yeah, TikToks like.
Alex, you know she shouldn't be looking at the comments.
I know, but it was ridiculous to me. I had to reply.
Oh, you replied?
She was like, well, what am I supposed to do for 2 hours, like in a movie theater? I was like, sit down. Like, what do I do? What do I do with my hands? Put them in your lap. She was like,
people don't have the attention span anymore for a movie. Alex.
She was like, what? Can I knit? Can I crochet? I was like, if I look to the right and I see somebody knitting in a movie theater,
can I fucking dox
you're getting a new hole in your throat.
Oh, Jesus!
Sorry,
I'm gonna dox Alina so bad. I hope she doesn't see this episode.
Okay.
Alina, pause it right now. Alina and I went to go see Little Women back in the day, like the reboot.
The Greta Gerwig one.
Yeah, with Florence Pugh. I look over. This motherfucker is texting in the movie. I was like, not even just a little bit. I'm fucking the only one watching. I'm like, have you even seen what's been happening in this movie? Sorry, Lena, I love you so much. You're perfect, and you could do anything that you want. Love you.
Well, we've discussed this. We've discussed this previously on the podcast.
No. If Alina can, or anyone, if you're at home, in the privacy of your home, watching your own movie, fine, ignore it. But if you're in a theater experience, don't ruin it for the group.
I agree, but I also, if you're at home, turn the phone off.
No,
throw it out the window.
If you're at home, burn your phone. So, burn your computer, burn it all.
Yeah.
Maybe burn your TV.
Yeah.
You know?
Burn your eyes from never blinking because you're so locked in on the movie. So, Timothée Chalamet dressed up as blonde Bob Dylan for the premiere of A Complete Unknown.
Yeah.
I love it.
You do love it.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
Yeah.
I think that he's such a fun, perfect star.
Yeah.
Like he's such a good movie star. He's such a good movie star. He's so much fun. There's video of him like walking on the red carpet and he would like turn around and he's clearly laughing to himself and he had to like get back into like being serious about wearing this and stuff like that. Didn't smile in selfies with fans with it. I think it's so funny. I think it's so funny.
But also like, does this make you feel like every single movie has to have like a shtick?
Yeah.
Like, every single press tour, it's like, what's your shtick?
Yeah, what?
You know, like Wicked, it was like, let's cry about everything and hold each other's hands.
Try to make it glicked or glicked.
Glicked. Just like every single thing is like, what's our thing that's going to make us stand out? And Timmy doesn't need to do anything. Honestly, like Timmy can just be, he's gorgeous. Timmy can just be Timmy. Yeah. And it's perfect as is.
Yeah.
And again, like, I do think his press tour specifically for this has been chef's kiss compared to what we've been seeing even for Gladiator and Wicked.
Yeah.
Like, I think everyone doesn't need to be overstimulated, as I say, all the fucking time with this shit.
Yeah.
And like doing the things that he was doing were such like nuanced things. And maybe I'm saying this because I just like him.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's hard for me to tell if like he's doing the right thing or I just like him.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
As I'm saying this, I'm not sure, you guys.
Yeah.
Like, maybe I just think he's cool.
Yeah.
And so anything he touches, I find cool.
Yeah.
But I thought going on game day was a fucking sick ass touch.
Yeah.
I thought doing that was a small way to be like gimmicky.
Yeah.
Like to be like, wait, what's he doing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like to get attention to it. It wasn't over the top. He wasn't wearing fucking Bob Dylan stuff every single thing. Like he doesn't wearing pink. You know what I mean? Like, but again, like maybe I'm not obsessed with Ariana Grande. So maybe like, I'm like, oh, that's kind of annoying.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I don't know myself.
I don't know.
Who am I?
But I mean, you're thinking about it, and that's what matters.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's what he wanted, I think.
I know.
Because he plays the pop culture real well. Just little.
Speaking of playing the pop culture well, as I was walking in, I saw a story about how Kylie and Kris Jenner were with him at the premiere, like after like the red carpet or whatever.
Oh, really?
And I just want to say, I cannot not love them. I love that they're together because to me it's so random.
Yeah.
It is so shocking to me that they are together. Like, it is the couple that you would never put together. Like, what? What for both of them? For both of them. What? What?
I kind of, the more that we learn about him, the more that I'm like, it makes sense.
Why? In what sense?
Yeah.
In what way?
Because
what about
the game day stuff? Like,
but
I think
Kylie knows sports?
No.
Has Kylie ever watched a sports game?
But I'm not saying that she knows sports or anything like that. What I'm saying is that I think that for a long time, people maybe kind of paint him, or maybe we just think it is because we don't know him that well, or we just don't know enough about him. But after seeing all these stuff, like going through Stan accounts and seeing more, he feels like a real dude's dude. Like, he is a dude. He did, when he was a kid, he had a YouTube channel where he would review video game controller skins.
That's so funny.
That's so of
the time.
That's so of my generation time. Like, I feel like he's very much of like this
He's
time.
the people.
He
is the people.
He is like of this time. Like, he likes sports. He's also theatrical. I think he's like,
he's a, what is it called? A millennial? Like a millennial?
Yeah, like a zillennial. He's a zillennial.
Not
like,
that, but like, you know when like someone's
he's of the modern age.
I can't like picture it. It's like when someone's like a robot. Not a robot.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what it's called. And okay.
I just think he's very now. I think like that doesn't mean that he doesn't work in like in old terms.
No, but his personality hits for every kind of person.
Yeah, but I think that he's very much a kid of this generation. Like, he's very much of this generation of person.
He's done, like, he went to Amada Stadium, like, he went to get an autograph. He plays video games. Like, he watches sports. Like, but he also goes to the theater.
Yeah.
You know what I also have to say about him? Like, because, you know, he's my number one.
Yeah.
Is, like, he doesn't do it for everyone.
Yeah.
Like, in a way of attractiveness.
Right.
Like, he's not everyone's cup of tea.
Right,
like, he's not like a heartthrob in that way. And not that he's not a heartthrob, but he's not overpowering.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like he's like, oh, wow, he's Superman.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He's kind of like under the radar cute in a way that it's like, it's not off-putting.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes when someone's almost too attractive, it's kind of like, oh, he's just like
Chris Hemsworth.
Right.
Like
right.
That's just like, all right, that's like,
it's like, okay,
man build, like,
yes,
bulky, chiseled jaw,
Thor,
beautiful
he's
hair.
Not Thor.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, he's not gonna be a Marvel character.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's not off-putting to people, and I think sometimes when someone's so fucking beautiful, like an Emily Ratajkowski, a Sydney Sweeney, sometimes I mean those are two girls, but like sometimes when someone's so beautiful, it can almost be like too much.
Yeah,
You're like, I can't even look at this person.
Yeah,
like they're just like a work of art.
Yeah.
You know, and he's like understated in just the right way.
But I think that he
had that miniature mustache, and we're all like, it's cool. It's Timmy. Like, it's a miniature mustache.
Yeah, it is a look. It's definitely a look.
And like Kylie is like,
but she like, you know, you go ahead first. I don't even know where I was going with that.
No, but like Kylie is like, you know, put into the image of like everything of that generation would want to look like. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, she's a compilation of like creating the woman that we all were trying to buy.
With unrealistic standards.
With unrealistic standards.
Which is why I'm like, that makes sense.
Like, he got the girl that we're all trying to turn into.
Yeah.
And like seeing it, it's like he's a stepfather.
Yeah.
There's two kids.
Yeah.
Like, it's just.
Well, she's got kids.
She has kids. So I'm just trying to picture this, like, these people together as a couple, and I'm like, this doesn't seem like, I don't know.
But it just that. Like,
I've literally ranted about imagining them as a couple for like 20 minutes. I'm so sorry, you guys, but like, it just like does it for me. I'm like, how cute. It's so wrong. It's right. And I think too, it's like a lot of people that have worked with him also kind of that we all kind of trust. Like, what's her name that's Irish or Scottish?
Oh, Saoirse Ronan.
Thank you for saying her name. Every time I can't say it.
And
like
Steve Carell, they all sing
lift
his
him
praises.
up.
Yeah.
And like those people to us as a community, as a nation, they're trustworthy.
Yeah. We
trust them.
Yeah, we look at these,
they like him.
Yeah, we look at them and we're like, okay, like, yeah, if I can trust anybody in this world, it's Steve Carell.
Exactly.
Like, I can trust Steve Carell.
And he
loves it.
So I love him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'm going to use the word dichotomy, even though I have no idea if it works.
I love that. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Let's move on to motherfucking Gladiator, which Timmy should have been in just because. Like, throw Timmy in the background.
Who would he have been?
I don't know. It can be a person. anywhere. Just put Timmy in the movie.
Oh, one of the Caesars.
What? No, but
that would have been good.
But the Caesars, they were both so good.
I know. Well, I'm just saying if he had to be someone.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about it in a real way.
Wait a minute. Who was
he
that?
was up for maybe being the main character.
Who? Wait, who?
Timmy.
Oh yeah, he had thought of him for a second.
Yeah.
Somebody had thought of him for a second. Barry Keoghan was supposed to be Fred Hetchinger's Caesar, but he dropped out.
I think the casting was perfect. I'll
Yeah,
let
he was
Sarah
great.
speak more to
Yeah.
it, but during the movie, I was like, it was the one of the movies where I was like, yeah, like I'm kind of glad they didn't really
Yeah.
go with Timmy for this.
Yeah.
Like I think the main guys did good.
But
Paul
still,
Mescal.
like, let's have him in the background. Like,
Yeah.
let's just put him there.
just for the fans.
Like for a day.
Yeah.
You know. Okay. Anyways, off Timmy, on to Glad.
Yeah.
What's your actual review of the movie?
No, I need yours.
1 to 10.
And we're gonna put a thing here. We're gonna do a little bit of spoiler talk. We'll jump. We'll tell you where to jump on the screen.
Spoiler alert. Gladiator review.
Yeah.
So can I just say something that's been hitting really well for me, which is kind of like random and niche.
Yeah.
I really, 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 really love when they start a movie with credits.
So do I.
And I think that's like not necessarily that I'm unique,
No.
but I find it interesting because like we've touched the industry and I like that they tell me up front and I like that I get to know. And then I like that the movie starts. And I find that like they did that. They used to do that back in the day, like when I was watching my Halloween movies.
Mm-hmm.
They did Halloween like that.
Mm-hmm.
They put everyone up front. They let me know what was happening. And I feel like they gave credit to all these people that did a lot of fucking work on this film.
Yeah.
And it kind of set me up. And on top of that, the Gladiator credits kind of explained the first Gladiator in the credits.
I loved them.
I thought it was beautiful.
It was beautiful. I'm so glad that you brought that up.
Thank you.
I loved it. I thought it
was great.
I thought it was so fucking cool.
You kind of got where they without even like obviously I just watched it, but you could get the story like that if you hadn't seen the first Gladiator.
Yeah.
And I thought that was extremely helpful for the audience.
Yeah.
And for myself as just like if I didn't watch it as a reminder of this is the story that we're telling. And then they go into like this is just 16 years later.
Yes.
You know, so you kind of like instantly feel like you're there, you're back, you're watching.
Exactly. You're dropped back in. It's a nice little introduction sequence there.
Yes.
It was great. I actually, when I saw it with my parents, we were late to the movie.
Oh, good God.
And they
That's
missed
my nightmare.
it. We were walking, we were still like laughing, like like
what the hell were you guys doing?
And then Paul was on screen. It was 10 minutes after the start of the showtime. We were like, what happened to the trailers? What happened to the IMAX
Okay,
intro?
but
what happened to the AMC intro?
Wait, like you get to the movie to see the trailers?
No, I don't.
Okay, Alex. You
No, I
can't
don't.
say you like movies and then say you don't like the lead up.
No, I do like the lead up. I hate watching trailers now because I hate knowing what's going to happen in the movies.
Understandable.
We've talked
but
about this.
Still, close your eyes.
So actually, I have been doing that.
Okay, good.
Like I went and saw a movie.
I'm closing your eyes.
I've been
during the
turning
trailers.
away from the screen. I
get it.
I was sitting there. I was sitting there in the movie theater this weekend. And I was like movies right ahead of me. I turned to left and was on my phone. The person next to me was probably really uncomfortable.
No, they probably
thought I was looking.
Honestly,
into
who
the
do
ear.
we write to about like trailer issues?
trailers?
Like www.trailersaretoolonghelpusfixthem.com.
Yeah.
Like oh, that's not an email address. Let's fix trailers at Gmail.
Yeah.
Like who do we have to get on board?
I don't know, but there should be what needs to happen is some award show has to make trailer editing an award, and then it'll get fixed.
Yeah, that's right. You're right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then
Okay, back
then
to
people
Gladiator.
do that.
So you walk in, your parents missed it, you were upset.
Yeah, I had to explain it to them. But now tell me what else you thought about the movie.
So I had this kind of like a little bit of an irk the whole time in regards to set props. It felt very theatrical to me. Like it felt proppy, it felt setty.
Okay.
It didn't feel real. It didn't feel like earthed in like what was actually happening.
Okay.
And then I also had the feeling of like grandiose. Like I liked that there was 2 emperors, but I didn't know why.
Yeah.
I didn't know why there was 2. I didn't know how they were related, and they were very like caricatures to me. Like I didn't have that same initial fear of them as I had of Joaquin Phoenix. Like
Yeah, I get
Joaquin Phoenix gave the allure of like, I don't know what he's gonna do.
Yeah.
And they were kind of like caricatures in the way of like they're exploding, they have the monkey, and like yeah, he did kill his fucking brother. But like it wasn't that same like gut fear of like, what's gonna happen? Like
Yeah, I
the
get that.
anxiety I felt
I
of like,
understand that.
what's he gonna do? It's his sister. Like he's gonna fuck his sister. Like
Yeah.
what the fuck is he doing?
I think that's the hard thing to top is like
No, and
yeah.
to be fair, like I wasn't going in to have it top it. I was like,
Right.
I wanted to have like a fun movie experience, in which I did, and I also thought this was my first Paul experience too. I think he did so fucking good, and I think he actually held the movie.
Yeah, he did
and
great.
like I think like he elevated it. He totally elevated it, and he had the Russell Crowe like voice and body movements and like feel and like move, like everything he did to me felt like Russell Crowe's son.
Yeah.
And so I felt like it kind of kept me going as the through line for the whole movie. And it took me a minute to realize that his mom was the same character. Like it took me like a scene to be like, oh wait, that's her.
Right.
I didn't like necessarily. I didn't dislike her, but I felt like, damn, this bitch is going to see her lover in the Gladiators booth. This bitch is going to see her son. Like, can this girl get some help saving her people? Like, I just kind of felt like you've been here, you've done this. Like, do different. This is your fucking son.
Yeah, I think that was definitely my own.
Why can't he get her? Like, let him escape when you're going. Like, we want to get him out. Get him out now.
Well, he didn't want to get out at the beginning. But
I guess you're right.
the thing that what you said there that resonated with me was like the how did we get here thing. Like I love the story, I loved the movie, I loved the characters. I really liked the Twin Emperors. I thought Denzel was awesome. But like there was no explanation as to how like at the end of Gladiator 1 you're like Rome is saved. Like the dream of Rome is alive.
Yeah.
Like, here we go.
Yeah.
And then like the one of the first like the title card where it's like it's been 16 years. Like Marcus Aurelius's dream is dead, and there's twin emperors. It's like damn. Like would kind of want to know how he got here, but that's one of those things where like okay, we're not going to learn that. We have to be okay with that.
Right.
But
I like to let things go by the wayside for some joy. Yeah. And I can.
Yeah.
And I did.
Yeah.
But it's always going to be in the back of my head. Yeah. I don't know. And I think too, we talked a lot about in the first Gladiator, the love that you could feel from him and his wife. It was kind of like the through line of just like he's gonna see her again, and like almost that he has no tie to this world. Right. And like I obviously didn't get the same hit between him and his wife. Although, if you don't think I'm saying to Corbin, like, wherever you are, I'm with you. Yeah. Like what they said to each other. Yeah. I'm gonna leave the house every fucking day saying that to him. Yeah. I'm just gonna get a new ring. I'm like, wherever you are, I am. And I'm just gonna be like, where's mine? Yeah. Hello. So it didn't have the same pull. It didn't have the same like, oh my God. And again, like I was kind of doing the same thing where we saw the trailer. We knew he was his son. I was like, stop, don't forget it. I mean, just not remember it. You don't know he's his son. Oh, blah, blah, you know? So I was kind of doing that. I was pissed about the trailer thing too.
And I mean, in the movie, they try to pull one over on you and say that Paul is Joaquin's son.
Oh, like for a moment. When they're like, she could have been fucking her brother.
Yeah, when Denzel is like drunk talking to the other guy that's drunk, he's like, more wine. And he's like, it was a brotherly love. It was blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And it was like, if we didn't know that, it was like, whoa, that would be a crazy reveal. Yeah. And then, it was just, I don't know. I liked it. It was fun.
It was a little bit proppy to me. Like it was a little bit charactery. It was a little bit theatrical.
For me, it was a little bit like, okay, they made a sequel where maybe necessarily they didn't need one, but I thought they pulled it off.
No, I think they pulled it off.
Yeah.
And I also want to say too, like, I had no idea Ridley Scott was 90.
Yeah, he's old. Like,
could you imagine what it takes to make a movie? Like, can you imagine a 90-year-old doing that?
No, it's nuts.
I don't. Did he have a sidekick? Because
he apparently
I can't imagine. Because he said there was a quote that said, "Gladiator 2 kept me alive."
Yeah. Really?
Like he said that.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, I'm sure.
I saw the director of photography talk about like how the way that they shoot it is very like paced up. Like there's like many cameras shooting coverage all the time. Like a lot of them. Rarely was there just one, so they could get as much footage as possible, so they wouldn't have to do retakes and stuff like that.
Yeah, I can
so
see
he
that.
so he it's like very highly paced and stuff like that, and fast paced, so that it's like not so for like a 90-year-old man, he's not on set as long as he has to be, as maybe he would have been in a movie that he had done in his younger age.
Yeah. Overall, great movie.
Great movie, fun
Paul,
time.
10 out of 10. I think best part of that movie was Paul. Part of that.
Mine was Denzel. I thought he was so much fun. I love Denzel so much.
I think Paul did way better than Denzel. I felt Denzel was a little caricature. Maybe it was the cape. I think like the cape.
I loved the gown.
Okay, I was like, okay, like
I thought they were both great. I love Paul and I love Denzel, but I just like I thought Denzel was having so much fun, and I thought that he was like so.
I agree. Can do no wrong, but like the star to me was Paul.
That's fair. That's fair. They're both. They're just everybody in the movie was so fucking.
Agree to disagree.
Agree to disagree. that one I'll agree to disagree.
Having so much fun saying that this episode. Anyways, how much time do we have left? Because I want to. Depends on my story that I tell next. Do you know what I mean?
You got about 5 minutes.
That's it?
We got plenty of time.
Do we want to do blowing nose then, or how long is that?
That's really short. Let's do your story.
Mine's kind of short too, but we only have 5 minutes.
We'll do both of them. Go ahead, you first.
Okay. So I've had this experience recently.
Okay.
And I'm going to share.
What experience?
Here we go. So my child's name is Waylon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Multiple people, and I'm going to say multiple. I'm going to say 3 people. Mm-hmm. When I say like, oh, this is my daughter, Waylon, people say to me, their first response to me is, Waylon? As if I named my daughter twice with the same name, first name and last name. So I introduce her. I say, hi, this is Waylon. And they go, oh, Waylon? And I say, no. I'm married. She has the boy's last name.
The boy.
The man I've married gave her a name as well.
Yeah.
So her name is Waylon Meyer.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh. And I'm like, are you stupid or am I stupid?
Yeah.
Like, what must you think of me that like you thought I would name her the same name twice? Like,
yeah.
And like, now I'm kind of in my head about it. Like, do people just think I named her twice? Like, do people think I'm unwed? Like, am I giving like, I had this baby alone and I have nobody but her.
So I'm going to name her my last name also?
Exactly. So like, what are your thoughts on this? Like, what's happening to me? Like, is this okay? Am I dumb?
No, you're not dumb.
Are they dumb?
Who's
dumb?
I think they're having a moment of dumbness. I think they're being stupid. Like, oh, my friend Sarah Waylon had a baby. I think for them it's tough to be like, oh, you're Sarah Meyer now, right? You're Sarah Meyer now.
But so, I'm not saying like, hey, I'm Sarah Waylon.
I know.
Nothing. Like, I know. There's no situation where I'm like.
But I assume these 3 people are people you've known for a while.
No.
What do you mean? These are random people?
Yes.
On the street?
Streets.
Liar.
Not random people, but they've heard of, like, one of them was a nurse.
Okay.
And I'm like, no, like. Yeah, at the hospital.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. Okay, she's dumb.
I'm like, no, like it's Meyer.
I'd be after the podcast. Tell me what hospital so I don't go there.
Yeah.
But that
I wasn't planning on going there either.
Yeah,
what I mean.
Yeah, clearly.
I know.
But I mean, no, that's a. Now I was trying to be nice and be like, maybe they're having a moment of dumb. That's really dumb. If your nurse is like Waylon, it's like no. Sarah Meyer, Waylon Meyer.
Yeah. I mean,
that's a nice full name also, Waylon Meyer. I like that name.
2 last names. Like some people have 2 first names. But I wouldn't give her the same name twice.
Yeah.
It's so weird. And now every time I introduce her, I'm like, Waylon Meyer.
Yeah.
So you guys know.
So you're aware.
Kate, yeah. I don't know. It's like kind of silly, funny, kind of like maybe I've set her up for people to be like.
No, I think maybe for the next year or 2 that'll happen. Yeah. But once she's a person, people will be like, and
once I have the last name for longer.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah, I think that's what the driving issue is. Here.
It's just interesting to me. Yeah. To have that reaction, and like, does that exist? Like, are there people out there that their parents have been like, that's Sarah?
I hate to do this. Kate, I'm going to need you to fact check this.
Oh, no.
Interstellar.
Yeah.
One of the sons that the Casey Affleck's.
Yeah.
Coop Cooper. Right?
You're right.
Pretty sure.
You're right.
Pretty sure Coop Cooper.
Because
look up Coop Cooper. Is it Coop Cooper?
It's Coop Cooper is the second son of Lois and Tom Cooper.
And guess what? Nobody gives a fuck because that movie's the best movie of all time.
This is why books are better than movies.
Nope.
Yeah, a book would never do that. Yeah, let's go. No. Kate had the final word.
I will blow.
I
will blow this place up.
Bye.
Nope, I'm going to tell a whole other story. We're not going to the bonus yet. No, we're not. Did you pause it?